I don't know.
Music be the food of love. Play on. Give me excess of it, that, surfeiting, the appetite may sicken, and so die. That strain again. It had a dying fall. Oh, it came over my ears like a sweet sound that breathes upon a bank of violets, stealing and giving odor. Enough, no more. 'Tis not so sweet now as it was before. O spirit of love, how quick and fresh art thou, that, notwithstanding, thy capacity receiveth as the sea, naught enters there, of what validity and pitch soe'er, but falls into abatement and low price. So full of shapes is fancy, that it alone is high fantastic.
hunt, my lord.
What, Curio?
The hart.
The heart?
Would you like to go hunt deer, my lord? The hart.
The heart. Yes, why so I do. The noblest that I have. Oh, when mine eyes did see Olivia first, methought she purged the air of pestilence. That moment was I turned into a hart. And my desires, like felon cruel hounds, ere since pursue me. How now? Any news from her?
So please, my lord, I might not be admitted, but from her handmaid do return this answer. The element itself, till 7 years' heat, shall not behold her face at ample view, but, like a cloistress, she will veiled walk, and water once a day her chamber round with eye feminine bride. All this to season a brother's dead love, which she would keep fresh and lasting in her sad remembrance.
Oh, she that hath the heart of that fine frame, to pay this debt of love but to a brother? How will she love, when the rich golden shaft hath pierced the flock of all affections else that live in her? When liver, brain, and heart, these sovereign thrones, are all supplied, and filled her sweet perfections with one self-king? Away before me, to sweet beds of flowers. Love thoughts lie rich when canopied with bowers.
What country is this?
This is Illyria, lady.
And what should I do in Illyria? My brother, he is in the other world. He is in Elysium. Perchance, he is not drowned. What think you, Captain?
Perchance you yourself were saved.
Oh, my poor brother. And so, perchance, may he be.
True, madam, and to comfort you a chance, assure yourself, after our ship did split, when you and those poor numbers saved with you hung on our driving boat, I saw your brother bind himself to a strong mast that floated upon.
My own escape gives hope to me that he escaped as well.
In nature, as in name.
What is the name?
Orsino.
Orsino. I've heard my father name him. He was a bachelor then.
And so is now, or was, so very late. For but a month ago I went from hence, and then 'twas just a rumor. As you know, what great ones do, the less replied love, that he did seek the love of fair Olivia.
What's she?
A virtuous maid, the daughter of a count that died some 12 months since. Then, leaving her in the protection of his son, her brother, who shortly also died, for whose dear love they say she hath abjured the sight and company of all men.
Oh, that I served that lady.
Thou hard to compass, because she will admit no kind of suit. No, not the Duke's.
There is a fair behavior in thee, Captain. I prithee, do conceal me what I am, and be my aid for such disguise as haply shall become the form of my intent. I'll serve this Duke. Thou shalt present me as a eunuch to him, for I can sing and speak to him in many sorts of music that will allow me very worth his service. What else mayhap, to time I will commit. Only shape thou thy silence to my wit.
Be you his eunuch, and your mute I'll be, for in my tongue blabs that mine eyes not see.
I thank thee. Lead me on.
Why is my niece still mourning the death of her brother? It's been a whole year since he passed.
Sir Toby, you must come in earlier at night. Your niece, my lady, takes great exceptions to your ill hours.
Oh, she takes great exception to my ill hours.
You must confine yourself within the modest limits of order.
Confine? I'll confine myself? No finer than I am. These clothes are good enough to drink in, and so are these boots, too.
That quaffing and drinking will undo you. I heard my lady talk of it yesterday, and of the foolish knight you brought in her wooer.
Who? Sir Andrew Aguecheek?
Yes, he, Sir Andrew's sick face.
Why, he's as brave a man as any in Illyria.
What's that to the purpose?
Because he has an allowance of 3,000 ducats per year.
So what? He's such a fool and a prodigal that he will spend all his money in a month.
Huh, with my help. Anyways, he plays a mean fiddle and loves to dance.
Well, he's also an idiot and a great quarreler. And if it wasn't for the fact that he's such a coward, he'd probably be dead already.
subtractors that would say that of him. Poor they.
They that add, moreover, he's drunk nightly in your company.
With drinking hells to my niece! I'll drink to her as long as there is a passage in my throat and a drink in Illyria. Castellano Luno! Sir Andrew! Sir Toby! Sir Toby! Sir Andrew!
Bless you, fair shrew.
And you too, sir.
A cause, Sir Andrew, a cause!
What's that?
My niece is chambermaid.
Good Mistress Accost, I desire better acquaintance.
My name is Mary, sir.
Good Mistress Mary Accost.
You mistake, knight. Accost means to front her, board her, woo her, assail her.
By my troth, I would not undertake her in this company. Is that the meaning of accost?
Fare you well, gentlemen.
If you let her part so, Sir Andrew, you will never draw your sword again.
Good mistress, if you part so, I might never be able to draw my sword again. Fair lady, do you think you have fools in hand?
Sir, I have not you by hand.
Mary, but you shall have, and here's my hand.
Why don't you take your hand to the bar and have a drink? I think you're going to need one.
Metaphor, sweetheart, what's your metaphor?
It's dry, sir.
Why, I think so. I'm not such an ass, but I can keep my hand dry. But what's your jest?
A dry jest, sir.
Are you full of them?
Aye, sir. I have them at my fingers' ends. Mary, now I let go your hand. I am barren.
Oh, she puts you down! She puts you down! Sweetheart, when did I see you so put down?
Never in your life, I think. Methinks I have more wit than a Christian or an ordinary man has. But I'm a great eater of beef, and I believe that does harm to my wit.
No question. Maybe you should become a vegan.
No, that won't fix it.
Give up sugar.
No!
Carbs.
No! That won't do it either. I'm hopeless. I'm going home tomorrow.
Pourquoi, my dear knight?
What is pourquoi? Do or not do? I would spend my time learning languages rather than fencing, and dancing, and playing games.
You have one outstanding quality. You have an excellent head of hair.
Do you think so?
Men love hair like yours.
But it becomes you well enough, does it not?
Yeah, it's not like my hair, which is curly by nature.
No! I'll go home tomorrow. Your niece won't let anyone see her, and the Count Orsino is already trying to woo her. She's not interested in me.
Gosh, she doesn't want to marry the Count. He's too boring. She wants a fun guy like you. Someone who can dance, someone who likes to party. Come on, Sir Andrew Paleface, show me your moves, man.
If the Duke continue these favors towards you, Cesario, you are like to be much advanced. He hath known you but 3 days, and already you are no stranger.
Is he inconstant, lady, in his favors?
No, believe me.
I thank you. Here comes the Count.
Who saw Cesario? Oh,
On your attendance, my lord. Here.
stand you a while aloof. Cesario, thou knowest no less but all. I have unclasped to thee the book even of my secret soul. Therefore, good youth, address thy gate unto her. Be not denied access. Stand at her doors and tell them, there thy fixed foot shall grow, till thou have audience.
Sure, my noble lord. If she be so abandoned to her sorrow, as it is spoke, she never will admit me.
Be clamorous, and leap all civil bounds, rather than make unprofited return.
Say I do speak with her, my lord. What then?
Oh, then unfold the passion of my love. Surprise her with discourse of my dear faith. It will become thee well to act my woes, for she will attend it better in thy youth than in a nuncio's of more grave aspect.
I think not so, my lord.
Dear lad, believe it, for they shall yet belie thy happy years that say thou art a man. Diana's lip is not more smooth than Ruby's. Thy small pipe is as the maiden's organ, shrill and sound. And all is semblative a woman's part. I know thy constellation is right apt for this affair. Some 4 or 5 go in. All, if you will. For I myself am best when least in company. Prosper well in this, and thou shalt live as freely as thy lord, to call his fortunes thine.
I'll do my best to woo your lady. And yet, a barful strife, whoe'er I woo, myself would be his wife.
Tell me where thou hast been. I will not make any excuses for you this time. My lady will hang me for thy absence.
Let her hang me. He that is well hanged in this world will fear nothing.
Why will he fear nothing?
There will be nothing that will make him afraid, since he is already dead. Brilliant. Well, God give them wisdom that have it, and those that are fools, let them use their talents well.
Yet you will be hanged for being so long absent, or she will throw you out.
That's not so bad. A good hanging may save someone from a bad marriage someday. And if she throws me out, summer is coming, and I can sleep outside.
Peace, you rogue, no more of that. Here comes my lady now. Make your excuse wisely.
Wait! If it be thy will, put me into good fooling. Those wits that think they have thee do very oft prove fools, and I that know I lack thee may pass for a wise one. For what says a philosopher, Chronophagus? Better a witty fool than a foolish wit. God bless thee, my lady. Take the fool away. Do you not hear, gentlemen? Take away the lady.
Go to your drive, fool. I'll know more of you. Besides, you grow dishonest.
False, Madonna, that drink in good counsel will amend. Forgive the dry fool drink, then is the fool not dry. Bid the dishonest man mend himself. If he mend, he is no longer dishonest. And if he cannot, let the tailor mend him. Anything that's mended is but patched. Virtue that transgresses is but patched with sin. And sin that amends is but patched with virtue. Thus, a patched man is a fool. If that is simple syllogism will serve, so. And if it will not, what remedy? There is none. The lady may take away the fool. Therefore, I say again, take her away.
Sir, I bade them take away you.
Misprision in the highest. The clothes do not make the man. Ergo, just because I dress like a fool does not make me a fool. Good Madonna, give me leave to prove you a fool.
Can you do it?
Dexterously, good Madonna.
Well, sir, for want of other idleness, I'll bide your proof.
Good Madonna, why mourn'st thou?
Good fool, for my brother's death.
I think his soul is in hell, Madonna.
I know his soul is in heaven, fool.
The more fool, Madonna, to mourn for your brother's soul, being in heaven. Take her away, gentlemen.
What think you of this fool, Malvolio? Doth he not amend?
Yes, and shall till the pangs of death shake me. Infirmity that decays the wise doth ever make the better fool.
God send you, sir, a speedy infirmity. The bless you, my lady, for thou speakest well of fools.
Madam, there is in the gate a young gentleman much desires to speak with you.
From the Count Orsino, is it?
I know not, madam. 'Tis a fair young man, and well attended.
Who of my people hold him in delay?
Sir Toby, madam, your kinsman.
Catch him off, I pray you. He speaks nothing but madman. Fire on him. Go you, Malvolio. If it be a suit from the Count, I am sick, or not at home. What you will to dismiss it.
Lady, you come from a family of fools. Here comes one now.
On thine honor, half drunk. What is he at the gate, cousin?
A gentleman.
A gentleman. What gentleman?
He's a very gentleman here. Oh, Lady Pickle Herring. How now, socks?
Good Sir Toby!
Cousin, how have you come so early by this lethargy?
Lechery?
Oh,
Did you say lechery? I despise lechery. There's a lecher at the gates.
aye, Mary, what is he?
Let him be the devil if he will. I care not.
What's a drunken man like, fool?
Like a drowned man, a fool, and a madman. One drink makes him a fool, a second mads him, and a third drowns him. He's but mad yet, Madonna, and the fool shall look to the madman.
Madam, yon young fellow is at your gate and swears he will speak with you. I told him you were asleep, and he takes on him to understand as much, and therefore comes to speak with you. I told him you were sick, and he understands this too, and therefore comes to speak with you. What is to be said to him, lady? It's fortified against any denial.
Tell him he shall not speak with me.
Has been told so, and he says he'll stand at your door like a sheriff's post, and be the supporter to a bench, but he'll speak with you.
What kind of man is he?
Why? Of mankind.
What manner of man?
A very ill manner. He'll speak with you, will you or no?
Of what personage and years is he?
Not yet old enough for a man, nor young enough for a boy. Like a little apple before it is fully grown. He's very fair. Speaks almost like a girl. One would think his mother's milk were scarce out of him.
Let him approach. Call in my gentlewoman.
Gentlewoman, my lady calls.
Come, throw my veil over my face. We'll once more hear Orsino's embassy.
The honorable lady of the house, which is she?
Speak to me, I shall answer for her. Your will?
Most radiant, exquisite, and unmatchable beauty. I pray you, tell me if this be the lady of the house, for I never saw her. I would be loath to cast away my speech, for, despite that it is excellently well penned, I have taken great pains to learn it.
Whence came you, sir?
I can say little more than I have studied, and that question's out of my part. Good gentle one, give me modest assurance if you be the lady of the house, that I may proceed in my speech.
Are you a comedian?
No, my profound heart. Yet, by the very fangs of malice I swear, I am not that I play. Are you the lady of the house?
If I do not usurp myself, I am.
Most certain, if you are she, you do usurp yourself. For what is yours to bestow is not yours to reserve. But this is from my commission. I will on with my speech in your praise, and then show you the heart of my message.
Come to what is important in it, I forgive you the praise.
Alas, I took great pains to study it, and 'tis poetical.
It is the more like to be feigned. I pray you keep it in. I heard you were saucy at my gates, and allowed your approach, rather to wonder at you than to hear you. If you be not mad, be gone. If you have a reason, be brief. 'Tis not that time of moon with me to make one in so skipping a dialogue.
Will you hoist sail, sir? Here lies your way.
No, good swabber, I am to hold here a little longer. I am a messenger.
Sure, you have some hideous matter to deliver when the courtesy of it is so fearful. Speak your office.
It concerns your ear alone. I bring no overture of war. I hold the olive in my hand.
Yet you began rudely. What are you? What would you?
The rudeness that hath appeared in me have I learned from my entertainment. What I am and what I would are secret to your ears. To others it is heresy.
Give us the place alone. Now, sir, what is your text?
Most sweet lady,
A comfortable doctrine, and much may be said of it. Where lies your text?
in Orsino's bosom,
In his bosom. In what chapter of his bosom?
to answer by the method, in the very first of his heart.
Oh, I have read it. It is heresy. Have you no more to say?
Good madam, let me see your face.
Have you any commission from your lord to negotiate with my face? You are now out of your text. But we will draw the curtain and show you the picture. Look you, sir, such a one I was this present. Is't not well done?
Excellently done, if God did all.
'Tis in grain, sir. 'Twill endure wind and weather.
'Tis beauty, truly blent, whose red and white nature's own sweet and cunning hand laid on. Lady, you are the cruelest sheet alive, if you are to lead these graces to the grave and leave the world no copy.
Oh, sir, I will not be so hard-hearted. I will give out diverse schedules of my beauty. It shall be inventoried, and every particle and utensil labeled to my will. As item, 2 lips, indifferent red. Item, 2 brown eyes, with lids to them. Item, 1 neck, 1 chin, and so forth. Were you sent hither to praise me?
I see what you are. You are too proud, but if you were the devil, you are fair. My lord and master loves you. Oh, such love could be but recompensed, though you were crowned the nonpareil of beauty.
How does he love me?
With adorations, fertile tears, with groans that thunder love, with sighs of fire.
Your lord does know my mind. I cannot love him. Yet I suppose him virtuous, know him noble, of great estate, of fresh and stainless youth, in voices well divulged, free, learned, and valiant, and, in dimension and the shape of nature, a gracious person. But yet I cannot love him. He might have took his answer long ago.
If I did love you, and my master's flame, with such a suffering, such a deadly life, in your denial I would find no sense. I would not understand it.
Why, what would you?
Make me a willow cabin at your gate, and call upon my soul within the house. Write loyal verses of contempt and love, and sing them loud, even in the dead of night. Hallow your name to the reverberant hills, and make the babbling gossip of the air cry out, Olivia! Oh, you would not rest between the elements of air and earth, but you should pity me.
You might do much. What is your parentage?
Above my fortunes, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman.
Get you to your lord. I cannot love him. Let him send no more. Unless, perchance, you come to me again to tell me how he takes it. Fare thee well. I thank you for your pains. Spend this for me.
I am no feed post, lady. Keep your purse. My master, not myself, lacks recompense. Love make his heart a flint that you shall love, and let your fervor, like my master's, be placed in contempt. Farewell, fair cruelty.
speaks well, I am a gentleman. I'll be sworn thou art. Thy tongue, thy face, thy limbs, actions, and spirits do give thee fivefold blazon, not too fast, soft. Unless the master were the man. How now? Even so quickly may one catch the plague. Methinks I feel this youth's perfections with an invisible and subtle stealth to creep in at mine eyes. Well, let it be. What ho, Malvolio?
Here, madam, at your service.
Go after that same peevish messenger, the count's man. He left this ring behind him. Would I or not, tell him I'll none of it. Desire him not to flatter with his lord, nor hold him up with hopes. I am not for him. If that the youth will come this way tomorrow, I'll give him reasons for it. Hi, thee, Malvolio.
Madam, I will.
And do I know not what, and fear to find mine eye too great a flatterer for my mind. Fate, show thy force. Ourselves we do not own. What is decreed must be, and be this so.
Will you stay no longer, nor will that I not go with you?
By your patience, no. My stars shine darkly over me. The malignancy of my fate might perhaps distemper yours. Therefore I shall pray for your leave that I may bear my evils alone. It is bad recompense for your love to lay any of it on you.
Let me yet know of you, whither you are bound.
No suit, sir. My determinate voyage is mere extravagancy. Yet I perceive in you so excellent a touch of modesty that you would not extort from me what I am willing to keep in. Therefore, it charges me in manners rather to express myself. You must know of me then, Antonio. My name is Sebastian, whom I called Rodrigo. My father was one Sebastian of Messalene, whom I know you have heard of. He left behind him myself and a sister, both born in an hour. The heavens had been pleased that we had so ended. But you, sir, altered that. For some hour before you took me from the breach of the sea was my sister drowned.
Alas, the day.
A lady, sir, though it was said she much resembled me, was by many accounted beautiful. Though I could not with such estimable wonder overfar believe that, yet thus I will boldly publish her. She bore a mind that envy could not but call fair. She is drowned, sir, already with salt water, and I seem to drown her remembrance again with more.
Pardon me, sir, your bad entertainment.
Oh, good Antonio, forgive me your trouble.
If you will not murder me for my love, let me become your servant.
If you will not undo what you have done, that is, kill he whom you have recovered, desire it not. Fare ye well at once. My bosom is full of kindness, yet at the least occasion more, mine eyes will tell tales of me. I am bound to the Count Orsino's court. Farewell.
The gentleness of all the gods go with thee. I have many enemies in Orsino's court, but come what may, I love thee so. The danger shall seem sport, I shall go.
Were you not even now, Countess Olivia?
Even now, sir, on a moderate pace, I have since arrived but hither.
She returns this ring to you, sir. You might have saved me my pains to have taken it away yourself. She adds, moreover, that you put your lord into a desperate assurance that she will none of him. And one thing more, that you never be so hardy to come again in his affairs unless it be to report your lord's taking of it. Receive it so.
She took the ring of me. I am none of it.
Come, sir, you peevishly threw it at her, and it is her will that it be so returned. If it be worth stooping for, there it lies in your eye, not be it his who finds it.
her? What means this lady? Fortune forbid my outsides have not charmed her. She made good view of me, indeed, so much that sure methought her eyes had lost her tongue, for she did speak in starts distractedly. She loves me, sure. The cunning of her passion invites me in this churlish messenger. And none of my lord's ring? Why, he sent her none. I am the man, if it be so, as 'tis. Poor lady, she were better love a dream. How easy it is for the false face in women's waxen hearts to set their forms. Alas, our frailty is the cause, not we, for such as we are made of, such we be. How will this work? My master loves her dearly, and I, poor monster, fond as much on him. And she, mistaken, seems to dote on me. What will become of this? As I am man, my state is desperate for my master's love. As I am woman, now alas the day, what thriftless sighs shall poor Olivia breathe? O time, thou must untangle this, not I. It is too hard a knot for me to untie.
Is to be up early, and you know what they say, the early bird.
Nay, by my troth, I know not. But I know to be up late is to be up late.
A false conclusion. For to be up after midnight and to go to bed then is to go to bed early. So, to go to bed after midnight is to go to bed early. Does not our life consist of the 4 elements?
Faith, so they say. But I think it rather consists of 2 elements. Eating and drinking.
Sir Andrew, you're a genius. Let us therefore eat and drink. More wine, I say.
Yeah. Here comes the fool.
How now, my hearts?
Welcome, clown. Now let's have a song.
Oh, a song, a song. What a story you told me last night of Pigrograminus of the Vapians passing over the equinoctial of Crebus. Oh, how it made me laugh. What a story.
I did in Pentecost like fertility. Malvolio's nose is no whipstock. My lady has a white hand, and the mere Madons are no bottle ale houses.
Oh, excellent, excellent. A song. Let's have a song.
Should we sing a love song or a song of good life?
A love song, a love song.
I care not for good life.
That one Mariah Carey song.
Yes.
I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need, and I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I don't need to hang my stockings there upon the fireplace. Santa Claus will make me happy with a toy on Christmas Day. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true, baby, all I want for Christmas is you. Baby!
What mellifluous voices, as I am a true knight.
And contagious breath. Very sweet and contagious. But to hear by the nose is dulcet incantation. But shall we do the welkin dance indeed? Shall we rouse the night owl in a song?
that will draw 3 souls out of 1 weaver? Shall we do that? Let's do it. I am dog in a song.
Some dogs sing well.
Most certain. Let our song be Thou Knave.
Hold thy peace, thou knave, knight. I shall be constrained to call thee knave, knight.
It is not the first time I've constrained somebody to call me a knave. Begin, fool. It begins, hold thy peace.
I shall never begin if I hold my
First day of Christmas, my true love sent to me a partridge in a pear tree. On the second day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree.
What a caterwauling do you keep here? My lady will call her steward Malvolio and have you all thrown out.
Am I not consanguineous? Am I not of her blood? Tilly Valley lady, we shall sing.
On the 3rd day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 4th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 4 calling birds,
3 French hens,
2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 5th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds,
3 French hens,
2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 6th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me
6 geese a laying,
5 golden rings, 4 calling birds,
3 French hens,
2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 7th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 7 swans a swimming,
6 geese a laying,
5 golden rings, 4 calling birds,
3 French hens.
2 turtle doves.
My master! Are you mad? Oh my God! Have you no wit, manners, no honesty, but to gabble like tinkers at this time of night? Do ye make an house of my lady's house to squeak out your kosher sketches without any mitigation or remorse? Do ye have no respect of place, person, nor time in you?
No respect of time? What are you talking about?
We keep time when we sing.
Yeah.
Sir Toad, I must be round you. My lady bade me tell you that though she harbors you as her kinsman, she is nothing allied to your disorder. If you can separate yourself and your misdemeanors, you are welcome to the house. If not, and if it please you to leave her, she is very willing to bid you farewell.
Out to tune? Sure, a liar. You're no more than a butler. Do you think because you are so virtuous there'll be no more cakes and ale?
Yeah, cakes and ale.
Don't polish the silver.
Some cookies, Malvolio.
Maria, more wine.
Mistress Mary, you prize my lady's favor as anything more than contempt. You would not give me to this uncivil rule. She shall know of it by this hand.
Oh, I should challenge him to a duel. I bet he would chicken out and not show up. That would make an ass of him.
Do it, knight. I'll write thee a challenge.
Sweet Sir Toby, be patient for tonight. Leave Monsieur Malvolio to me. I know a way to gull him into a little sport that will make an ass of him.
You little minx. Tell us.
Tell us.
You know that Malvolio is a kind of Puritan.
Ooh, if I thought that, I'd beat him like a dog.
For being a Puritan? Thy exquisite reason, dear knight.
Well, I have no exquisite reason for it. I just want to beat him.
Okay, then.
Anyways, he loves to kiss up to my lady, and he flatters himself that he is better than he is. He's so full of himself that he thinks he is the lord of the manor. I think he secretly believes that Olivia likes him.
What?
I have a plot to get my revenge on him. What will you do? I will drop in his way a little love letter, wherein by the color of his hair, the shape of his leg, the manner of his walk, the description of his eyes and face, he shall find himself perfectly described. And I can write so like my lady your niece that you can hardly make distinction of our hands.
Oh. Excellent. I smell a device.
I have them in my nose too. Wait. Never mind.
He shall think, by the letters that you will drop in his way, that they come from Olivia, and that she's in love with him. My purpose is indeed a horse of that color.
And your horse now would make him an ass.
Settle down, little buddy. Take a deep breath.
Sport royal, I warrant you. I know my medicine will work with him. I will plant all of you in the place where he shall find the letters, and you can observe his construction of it. Oh, for this night, to bed, and dream on the event. Farewell.
Good night, my baby. You are my queen.
Before me, she's a good wench.
A beagle, true bred, and one that adores me.
Ah, what of that?
I was adored once too.
You were?
Oh.
Let's to bed, knight. You need to send for more beer money in the morning.
Yeah.
We are starting to run dry.
If I do not get your niece, I'm in trouble. I'm almost broke.
You will get my niece. You just need to have confidence. Give me some music. Now, good Cesare, but that piece of song, that old and antique song we heard last night, methought it did relieve my passion much, more than light airs and recollected terms, these most brisk and giddy-paced times. Come, but one verse.
He is not here, so please your lordship, that should sing it.
Who was it?
Fest the jester, my lord, a fool that the Lady Olivia's father took much delight in. He is about the house.
Seek him out, and play the tune the while. Come hither, boy. If ever thou shalt love, in the sweet pangs of it, remember me. For such as I am, all true lovers are, unstayed and skittish in all motions else, save in the constant image of the creature that is beloved. How dost thou like this tune?
It gives a very echo to the seat where love is throned.
Thou dost speak masterly, my life upon it. Young though thou art, thine eye hath stayed upon some favor that it loves, hath it not, boy?
A little, by your favor.
What kind of woman is it?
Of your complexion.
She's not worth thee, then. What years, faith?
About your years, my lord.
Too old, by heaven. Let still the woman take an elder than herself. So wears she to him, so sways she level in her husband's heart. For, boy, however we do praise ourselves, our fancies are more giddy and unfirm, more longing, wavering, sooner lost and worn than woman's are.
I think it well, my lord.
Then let thy love be younger than thyself, for thy affection cannot hold the bent. For women are as roses, whose fair flower, being once displayed, doth fall that very hour.
And so they are, alas, that they are so, to die, even when they to perfection grow.
Oh, fellow, come. That song we had last night. Mark it, Cesario. It is old and plain. The spinsters and the knitters in the sun, and the free maids who weave their thread with bones do use to chant it. It is silly, sooth, and dallies with the innocence of love, like the old age.
Are you ready, sir?
Aye, prithee, sing.
Truly, sir, pleasure will be paid one time or another.
Give me now leave to leave.
Now the melancholy God protect thee, and the tailor make thy doublet of unchangeable taffeta. For thy mind is a very opal. I would have men of such constancy put to sea, that their business might be everything, and their intent everywhere. For that's it. That always makes a good voyage out of nothing. Farewell.
Once more, good Cesario. Hit thee to yon same sovereign cruelty, and tell her, my love, more noble than the world, prizes not the quantity of dirty lands, the parts that fortune hath bestowed upon her. Tell her I hold as giddily as fortune, but 'tis that miracle and queen of gems that nature pranks her in, attracts my soul.
But if she cannot love you,
I cannot be so answered.
Sooth, but you must. Say that some lady, as perhaps there is, have for your love as great a pang of heart as you have for Olivia. You cannot love her. You tell her so. Must she not then be answered?
There is no woman's sides can bide the beating of so strong a passion as love doth give my heart. No woman's heart so big to hold so much. They lack retention. Alas, their love may be called appetite. No motion of the liver, but the palate, that suffers surfeit, cloyment, and revolt. But mine is all as hungry as the sea, and can digest as much. Make no compare between that love a woman can bear me, and that I owe Olivia.
Aye, but I know.
What dost thou know?
Too well what love women to men may owe. In faith, they are as true of heart as we. My father had a daughter, loved a man, as it might be, perhaps, were I a woman, I should your lordship.
And what's her history?
A blank, my lord. She never told her love, but let concealment, like a worm in the bud, feed on her damask cheek. She pined and thought, and with a green and yellow melancholy, she sat like Patience on a monument, smiling at grief. Was not this love indeed? We men may say more, swear more, but indeed our shows are more than will, for still we prove much in our vows, but little in our love.
But died thy sister of her love, my boy?
I am all the daughters of my father's house, and all the brothers too. And yet, I know not. Sir, shall I to this lady?
Aye, that's the theme. To her in haste. Give her this jewel, and say, my love can give no place, by no demand.
Come on, Felina, you don't want to miss this.
If I lose a scruple of this sport, let me be boiled to death with melancholy.
Me too. Boil me to death with melancholy too.
How now, my beautiful jewel?
All of you hide. Malvolio is coming down this walk. He has been yonder in the sun, practicing his behavior to his own shadow this past half an hour. Observe him for the love of mockery. This letter will make a complete idiot of him. Hide in the name of justice.
My God.
'Tis my fortune, all is fortune. Maria once told me that Olivia likes me, and I have heard herself come thus near, that should she fancy, it would be one of my complexion. Besides, she uses me with a more exalted regard than anyone else who follows her. What should I think on it?
Here's an overweening rogue.
Contemplation makes a rare turkey cock of him.
Ooh, I could so beat the road. Quiet.
To be Count Malvolio.
One ass. Hit him. Shut it.
There is example for it. Lady Stratha married her butler,
No, really?
He's in deep.
having been 3 months married, sitting in my chair,
Overacted in the eye.
calling my officers about me in my branch velvet gown, having come from a daybed where I left sweet Olivia sleeping,
Oh my god.
and then to assume the posture of my state after demure travel of regard to tell them I know my place as I would they should do theirs, to ask for my kinsman Toby.
Huh?
7 of my people with an obedient start make out for him. I frown a while, and perchance wind up my watch, or play with, well, some rich jewel. Sir Toby approaches, curtsies there to me.
What?
Quiet! I extend my hand to him thus, quenching my familiar smile, an austere regard of control,
Bite his hand.
saying, Cousin Toby, my fortunes, having cast me on your niece, gives me this prerogative of speech.
No.
You must amend your drunkenness.
You'll die for this!
Nay, patience, or we break the sinews of our plot.
Besides, you waste the treasure of your time with a foolish knight.
That's me, I warned you.
One, Sir Andrew.
I knew it was me, for many do call me fool.
What employment have we here?
He has taken the bait.
By my life, this is my lady's hand. These be her C's, her U's, and her T's, and thus makes she her great P's. 'Tis in contempt of question, her hand.
Her C's, her U's, and her T's. What's that?
To the unknown beloved, this and my good wishes. Her very phrases, by your leave, wax soft, the impression of her image which she uses to seal her letters. 'Tis my lady. To whom should this be?
This wins him, liver and all.
members altered. No man must know why, if this should be thee, Malvolio. I may command Wyador, but silence. Like a Lucrece knight doth blood with stroke my heart doth gore. M-O-A-I doth sway my life. M-O-A-I doth sway my life. Nay, but first, let me see. I may command Wyador. Why, she may command me. I serve her. She is my lady. Why, this is evident to any formal capacity. And the alphabetical position, what should that portend? I could make this resemble something in me. M-O-A-I. M! Malvolio! And why, that begins my name. M. But then there is no consonancy in the sequel. It suffers under probation that O should follow, but A does, and then I comes behind. This simulation is not as the former, yet to crush it a little, it would bow to me, for all of these letters are in my name. So, here follows prayer. If this fall into thy hand, to go in my star, I am above thee, but be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Thy face, open their hands, let thy blood in spirit embrace them, and to inure thyself to what thou art like to be, cast thy humble sloth and appear fresh. Be opposite with the kinsman, serve with servants, let thy tongue take arguments with escape. Put thyself into the trip of singularity. He thus advises thee that devised for thee. Remember who commended thy pink suit. Go to, thou art made if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee a steward still, a fellow of servants, and not worthy to touch fortune's fingers. Farewell. She that would alter services with thee, fortunate, unhappy. Daylight and champagne discovers not more. This is open. I will be proud. I will read politic offers. I will baffle Sir Toby. I will wash off gross acquaintance. I will be point devised the very man. I do not now fool myself to let imagination jade me. For every reason excites to this, that my lady loves me. She did commend my pink suit of late, and in this she manifests herself to my love, and with a kind of injunction drives me to these habits of her liking. I thank my stars I am happy. I will be strange, stout in my pink suit, even with the swiftness of putting on. Jove and my stars be praised. Here's yet a postscript. Thou canst not choose but know who I am. Thou entertainest my love, and it appear in thy smiling. Thy smile becomes thee well. Therefore, in my presence, still smile, dear my sweet, I pray
this device.
So could I too.
And ask for no other dowry but such another jest.
Nor I neither.
Here comes our noble gull-catcher.
Wilt thou set thy foot upon my neck?
Or mine either?
Will I become thy bondslave?
If faith or I either.
Why, thou hast put him in such a dream that when the image of it leaves him, he must run mad.
Nay, but say true, does it work upon him?
Like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, if you will then see the fruits of this sport, mark his first approach before my lady. He will come to her in a pink suit, which is a color she abhors and a fashion she detests, and he will smile upon her, which will now be so unsuitable to her disposition, being addicted to a melancholy as she is, that it cannot but turn him into a notable contempt. If you will see it, follow me.
To the gates of Tartar, thou most excellent devil of wit.
Me too.
Save thee, friend, and thy fooling. Dost thou live by being a fool?
No, sir. I live by the church.
Art thou a churchman?
No such matter, sir. I do live by the church, for I do live at my house, and my house does stand by the church.
So thou mayest say, the king lies by a beggar, if a beggar dwell near him?
You have said so, sir. Ah, to see this age, a sentence is but a kid glove to a good wit. How quickly the wrong side may be turned outward.
Nay, that's certain. They that dally nicely with words may quickly make them ambiguous.
I would, therefore, that my sister had had no name, sir.
Why, man?
Why, sir, her name's a word, and to dally on such a word might make my sister ambiguous.
Thy reason, man?
Troth, sir, I can yield you no promise without the use of words. They are grown so false, I am loath to prove reason with them.
I warrant thou art a married fellow, and carest for nothing.
Not so, sir. I do care for something, but in my conscience, sir, I do not care for you. If that be to care for nothing, sir, I would that might make you invisible.
Art thou the Lady Olivia's fool?
No, indeed, sir. The Lady Olivia keeps no folly. She'll have no fool till she be married. And fools are to husbands as little fish are to big fish. The husband's a bigger. I am indeed not her fool, but her corrupter of words.
I saw thee late at the Count Orsino's.
Foolery, sir, does walk about the orb like the sun. It shines everywhere. I would be sorry, sir, but the fool should be as oft with your master as with my mistress. I think I saw your highness say.
If thou make a pass upon me, I'll no more with thee. Hold, there's expenses for thee.
Ah, Jove, in this next commodity of hair, send me a beard.
By my troth, I'll tell thee, I'm almost sick for one. Is thy lady within?
She is within, sir. I will construe to them whence you came. Who you are and what you would are out of my welkin. I might say element, but the word is overworn.
This fellow is wise enough to play the fool, and to do that well craves a kind of wit. He must observe their mood on whom he jests, the quality of persons, and the time. This is a practice as full of labor as the wise man's art. For folly that he wisely shows is fit, but wise men, folly fallen, quite taint their wit.
gentlemen.
And you, sir.
You, vous gardez, monsieur.
Et vous aussi, votre serviteur.
I hope, sir, you are, and I am yours.
Will you encounter the house? My niece is desirous you should enter, if your trade be to her.
I am bound to your niece, sir. I mean, she is the list of my voyage.
Taste your legs, sir. Put them to motion.
My legs do better understand me, sir, than I understand what you mean by bidding me taste my legs.
I mean, to go, sir. To enter.
Yeah.
I will answer you with gate and entrance, but we are prevented. Most excellent, accomplished lady, the heavens rain odors on you.
That youth's a rare courtier. Rain odors. Well,
My matter hath no voice to your own most pregnant and vouchsafed ear.
odors, pregnant, and vouchsafed? I'll get 'em all three already.
Let the garden doors be shut and leave me to my hearing. Give me your hand, sir.
My duty, madam, and most humble service.
What is your name?
Cesario is your servant's name, fair princess.
My servant, sir. 'Twas never merry world since lowly feigning was called compliment. Your servant to the Count Orsino, youth.
And he is yours, and his must needs be yours. Your servant's servant is your servant, madam.
For him, I think not on him. For his thoughts, would they were blanks rather than filled with me?
Madam, I come to whet your gentle thoughts on his behalf.
Oh, by your leave, I pray you, I bade you never speak again of him. But, would you undertake another suit? I had rather hear you to solicit that than music from the spears.
Dear lady.
Give me leave, beseech you. I did send, after the last enchantment you did here, a ring in chase of you. So did I abuse myself, my servants, and, I fear me, you. Under your hard construction must I sit, to force that on you in a shameful cunning, which you knew none of yours. What might you think? Have you not set mine honor at the stake, and baited it with all the unmuzzled thoughts that tyrannous heart can think? To one of your receiving enough is shown. So, let me hear you speak.
I pity you.
That's a degree to love?
No, not a bit. For 'tis a vulgar proof that very oft we pity enemies.
Why then? Methinks 'tis time to smile again. O world, how apt the poor are to be proud! If one should be a prey, how much the better to fall before the lion than the wolf. The clock upbraids me with the waste of time. Be not afraid, good youth, I will not have you. And yet, when wit and youth is come to harvest, your wife is like to reap a proper man. There lies your way, due west.
Then westward ho! Grace and good disposition attend your ladyship. You'll nothing, madam, to my lord by me?
Stay. I prithee, tell me what thou think'st of me.
That you do think you are not what you are.
If I think so, I think the same of you.
Then think you right. I am not what I am.
I would you were, as I would have you be.
Would it be better, madam? I wish it might, for now I am your fool.
Oh, what a deal of scorn was beautiful in the contempt and anger of his lip. A murderous guilt shows not itself more soon than love that would seem hid. Love's night is noon. Cesario, by the roses of the spring, by maidhood, honor, truth, and everything, I love thee so that, despite all thy pride, nor wit nor reason can thy passion hide. Do not extort thy reasons from this clause, for that I woo, thou therefore hast no cause.
But rather reason thus with reason fetter. Love sought is good, but given unsought better.
By my innocence, I swear, and by my youth, I have one heart, one bosom, and one truth, and that no woman has, nor never none shall mistress be of it, save I alone. And so, adieu, good madam. Never more will I my master's tears to you deplore.
Yet come again, for thou perhaps mayst move that heart, which now abhors to like his love.
No, faith, I'll not stay a jot longer.
Thy reason, dear Venna. Give thy reason.
You must needs yield your reason, Sir Andrew.
I saw your niece do more favors to the Count's serving man than ever she bestowed upon me. I saw it in the orchard.
Did she see thee the while, old boy? Tell me that.
As plain as I see you now.
This was a great argument of love in her toward you.
What, will you make an ass of me?
I will. I will prove it legitimate, sir, upon the oaths of judgment and reason.
Judgment and reason.
She did show favor to the youth in your sight only to exasperate you, to awake your sleeping valor, to put fire in your heart and brimstone in your liver. You should then have accosted her, and with some excellent jest, fired new from the mint, you should have banged the youth into dumbness. This was looked for at your hand, and this was neglected. This golden opportunity you let time wash off, and you are now sailed into the north of my lady's opinion, where you will hang like an icicle on a Dutchman's beard. Unless you do redeem it by some laudable attempt at valor and courage.
Valor and courage.
Do you think so?
Yes, sweet knight. Build thy fortunes upon the basis of valor. Challenge the court's youth to a fight. Hurt him in 11 places. Break his nose. Tweak his ears. My niece shall take note of it, and assure thyself there is no love broker in the world that can more prevail in a man's commendation for a woman than a report of valor and courage.
There is no way but this, Sir Andrew.
Will either of you bear me a challenge to him?
Go. Write it in martial hand. It is no matter how witty, so it be eloquent and full of invention. Taunt with the license of ink.
And where should I find you?
We'll call upon you in your room. Go.
This is a dear little man to you, Sir Toby.
He has been dear to me, lad. Some 2,000 ducats dear.
We shall have a rare letter from him.
Spur on you, Cesario, to accept the challenge. Sir Andrew will chicken out when he is faithful to fight.
Oh, this will be fun. The boy Cesare won't last either. They're both going to break down and cry like little babies.
Look where the youngest wren of mine comes.
If you will both laugh yourself into stitches, come with me. Yond gull Malvolio is turned a heathen, a very renegado. For there is no Christian that means to be saved by believing rightly can ever believe such impossible passages of grossness. He's in a pink suit. What?
Malvolio? In a pink suit?
Most villainously. He does obey every point of the letter that I dropped to betray him. He smiles like a monkey. You have to see this. I can hardly forbear hurling things at him, but I know my lady will slap him for it. If she does, he'll smile and take it as a great favor.
Come, bring us where he is.
I would not by my will have troubled you, but since you make your pleasure of your pains, I'll no farther chide you.
I could not stay behind you. My desire, more sharp than violent steel, did spur me forth. And not all love to see you, though so much as might have drawn one to a longer voyage, but jealousy of what might befall your travel. For being skilless in these parts, which to a stranger, unguided and unfriended, often prove rough and unhospitable. My willing love, the rather by these arguments of fear, set forth in your pursuit.
Oh, kind Antonio, I can no other answer make but thanks. Good deeds are oft rewarded with no more than words, yet Where my worth is as my conscience firm, you should find better dealing. What's to do? Shall we go see the relics of this town?
Tomorrow, sir. Best first go see your lodging.
I am not tired, and 'tis long tonight. I pray you, let us satisfy our eyes with the memorials and things of fame that do renown the city.
Would you pardon me? I do not without danger walk these streets. Once, in a sea fight, against the Count his galleys I did some service. Of such note indeed that, were I taken here, would scarce be answered.
Belike you slew great number of his people.
The offense is not of such a bloody nature, albeit the time and quality of the quarrel might well have given us bloody argument. It might have since been answered in repaying what we took from them, which, for traffic's sake, most of our city did. Only myself stood out, for which, if I ever be lapsed in this place, I shall pay dear.
Do not then walk too open.
It doth not fit me. Hold, sir, here's my purse. In the south suburbs, at the Elephant, is best to lodge. I will make arrangements for dinner, whilst you beguile the time and feed your knowledge with viewing of the town. There you shall find me.
Why hide your purse?
Happily your eyes shall light upon some toy you've desired to purchase, and your money, I think, is not for idle markets, sir.
I'll be your purse bearer and leave you for an hour?
To the Elephant.
I do remember.
I have sent for him. He says he'll come. How shall I feast him? What bestow of him? For youth is bought more oft than begged or borrowed. I speak too loud. Where's Malvolio? He is sad and civil and suits well for a servant with my fortunes. Where is Malvolio?
He's coming, madam, but in a very strange manner. He's sure possessed, madam.
Why, what's the matter? What is he angry about now?
He's not angry, madam. He does nothing but smile. Your ladyship were best to have some guard about you if you come, for sure. The man is tainted in his wits.
Go call him hither. I am as mad as he. Sent for thee upon a sad occasion.
Sad, lady? I can be sad, though I don't think it goes very well with my pink suit.
Why, how dost thou, man? What is the matter with thee?
What is the matter with me? Why, there's nothing the matter with me. I just feel like death.
Do you feel well? Maybe you should go to bed, Malvolio.
To bed? I swear I'll come to thee.
Malvolio! Why are you smiling like that?
Malvolio, are you okay?
A nightingale never answers a crow.
But why are you in this ridiculous boldness before my lady?
Be not afraid of greatness. 'Twas well written.
What meanest thou by that, Malvolio?
Some are born great. Some achieve greatness.
What?
And some have greatness thrust upon them.
Heaven restore thee!
Remember who commended thy pink suit.
Thy pink suit?
Go to. Thou art made if thou desirest to be so.
Am I made?
Not that we see thee served still.
Why, this is very midsummer madness.
Madam? The young gentleman of Count Orsino's has returned. I could hardly entreat him back. He attends your ladyship's pleasure.
I'll come to him. Good Maria. Let this fellow be looked to. Where's my cousin Toby? Let some of my people have a special care of him.
I do not want him to hurt himself.
Oh, no worse man than Sir Toby to look to me. This concurs directly with the letter. She sends him on purpose, that I might appear stubborn before him. For she incites me to that in the letter. Cast thy humble thought, says she, be opposite with a kinsman, surly with servants, let thy tongue tang arguments of the state, put thyself to the trick of singularity, and consequently sets down the manner how, as a sad face, a reverent carriage, a slow tongue, and the habit of some sir of note. She's mine! But it is Jove's doing, and Jove make me thankful. And when she went away now, see that this fellow be looked to. Fellow! Not Malvolio, nor after my degree, but fellow! What? Everything adheres together, that no dread will scruple, no scruple will scruple, no obstacle, no incredulous or unsafe circumstance. What can be said? Nothing that can be can come between me and the full prospect of my hopes. But Jove is a doer, not I, and he is to be thanked.
Which way is he? In the name of sanctity, if all the devils of hell be in him, and Legion himself possesses him, yet I'll speak to him.
Here he is. Here he is. Malvolio, how is with you, sir?
How's with you, Malvolio?
Oh, Malvolio.
Go! Unscathe me! Let me enjoy my privacy! Go off, I command thee!
Lo, how hollow the fiend speaks within him. Did I not tell you? Sir Toby, my lady prays you to have a care of him.
Aha! Does she so?
Go to, peace. Peace, we must deal gently with him. Gently with him. Let me alone with him. How do you, Malvolio? How is with you? What, man? Defy the devil! He is an enemy, man!
If you speak ill of the devil, he takes it to heart. Pray God he be not possessed. He needs to see a doctor. Poor Malvolio. Marry, and it shall be done tomorrow morning. My lady does not want him to hurt himself.
How now, mistress!
Oh, Lord.
Prithee, hold thy peace. This is not the way. Do you not see? You only excite the fiend within him. Let me alone with him.
No, but gentleness. Gently, gently. The fiend is rough and will not be roughly used.
I speak to the fiend with this mouth! You vile fiend, now let him go!
Can't you say his prayers, Mr. Toby? He needs to pray.
My prayers, please!
Oh, no! She can't bear to hear his prayers. Malvolio.
Go hang yourselves all! You are idle, shallow things! I am not of your element! You shall know more hereafter!
Fight him! Fight him! The fiend is stronger than him!
What are you doing? I command you to stop!
No.
Do not hit me with that! You are the member of my sect! Stop it!
Is it possible?
If this were played upon a stage now, I could condemn it as a probable fiction.
Come, we'll have him in a dark room and bound. My niece is already in the belief that he is mad. We may carry it thus, for our pleasure and his penance, till our very pastime, tired and out of breath, prompt us to have mercy on him.
Here is more entertainment.
Here's the challenge. Read it. I warrant there's vinegar and pepper in it.
Is it so saucy?
Aye, it is. It's spicy.
Give me! Youth whatsoever thou art, thou art but a scurvy fellow.
Good and valiant.
Wonder not, nor admire not in thy mind why I do call thee so, for I will show thee no reason for it.
A good note. That keeps you from the blow of the law.
Thou comest to the Lady Olivia, and in my sight she uses thee kindly. But thou liest in thy throat. That is not the matter I challenge thee for.
Very brief, and to exceeding good sense. Less.
I will waylay thee going home, where, if it be thy chance to kill me, thou killest me like a rogue and a villain.
Ooh.
Fare thee well, and God have mercy upon one of our souls. He may have mercy upon mine, but my hope is better. So, look to thyself, thy friend as thou usest him, and thy sworn enemy, Andrew Aguecheek.
If this letter move him not, I'll let him have it.
You may have very fit occasion for it, for he is now in some commerce with my lady, and will by and by depart.
Go, look for him in the garden. When you find him, draw your weapon and swear. Swear and curse like a pirate. For it comes to pass off that a terrible oath, with a swaggering accent sharply twanged off, doth give manhood more approbation than ever itself would have given him. Away.
Leave it to me. I know how to swear like a pirate.
I will not deliver this letter. This letter, being so excellently ignorant, will not breed any terror in the youth when he finds that it comes from a clodpole. Rather, I will deliver the challenge by word of mouth, and establish in Aguecheek, as I know his youth will aptly receive it, to a most hideous opinion of his own youth, strength, skill, and impetuosity.
I have said too much unto a heart of stone, and laid mine honor to and carry out. There is something in me that reproves my fault, but such a headstrong, potent fault it is that it's but mock's reproof.
With the same passion that your passion bears, goes on my master's grief.
Here, wear this jewel for me. 'Tis my picture. Refuse it not. It hath no tongue to vex you. And I beseech you, come again tomorrow. What shall you ask of me that I'll deny? That honor saved may upon asking give?
Nothing but this, your true love for my master.
How, with mine honor, may I give him that which I have given to you?
I will acquit you.
Well, come again tomorrow. Fare thee well. A fiend like thee might bear my soul to hell.
Gentlemen, God save thee!
And you, sir?
That defense thou hast, betake thee to it. Of what nature the wrongs are thou hast done him, I know not. But thy interceptor, full of despot, bloody as the hunter, attends thee at the orchard end. Dismount thy tuck, be yar in thy preparation, for thy assailant is quick, skillful, and deadly.
You mistake, sir. I am sure no man hath any quarrel to me.
You'll find it otherwise, I assure you. Therefore, if you hold your life at any price, betake you to your guard. For your opposite hath in him what youth, strength, skill, and wrath can furnish man withal.
I pray you, sir, what is he?
He is a knight, dubbed with unhatched rapier. Of souls and bodies hath he divorced three, and his incensement at this very moment is so implacable that satisfaction can be none but the pangs of death and sepulchre.
I am no fighter. I have heard of some kind of men that put their quarrels purposely on others to taste their valor. Belike this is a man of that quirk?
Sir, no. His indignation drives itself out of a very competent injury.
This is as uncivil as strange. I beseech you, do me this courteous office as to know of the knight what my offense to him is.
I will do so. Felina, stand you by this gentleman until my return.
I pray you, do you know of this matter?
I know the knight is incensed against you, even to a mortal arbitration, but nothing of the circumstance more.
I beseech you, what manner of man is he?
He is, indeed, sir, the most skillful, bloody, and fatal opposite you could possibly have found in any part of Illyria. Will you walk towards him? I will make your peace with him if I can.
I shall be much bound to you for it.
Why, sir, he's a very devil. I have not seen such a farrago. They say he has been a fencer for the Shah of Persia.
Hawks on it, I'll not meddle with him.
Come, There is no remedy. Felina can scarcely hold him yonder.
Plague on it, if I thought he'd been valiant and so cunning in fencing, I'd have seen him damned ere I'd have challenged him. Let them out of slip, give him my horse, great Capulet.
I will make the motion. Stand you here until I return. Make a good show on it. This will end without the perdition of souls. I have his horse to take up the quarrel. I have made him believe the youth is a very devil.
He has this horribly conceited of him, and pants and looks pale as if a bear were in his feelings. There is no remedy, sir. He will fight with you for his own sake. Mary, he has a better thought of his quarrel, and he finds that now scarcely worth talking of. Therefore, draw, for the importance of his vow. He protests he will not hurt you.
Come, sir, there is no remedy. The youth will, for his honor's sake, have one bout with you, and he cannot by the duello avoid it. But he has promised me, as he is a gentleman and a soldier, that he will not do you harm. Come.
Pray God he keep his oath.
Come on, Andrew! Hit him with the left! The right! Dodge again! Again! Right back, right back. Really close. Just look.
Don't beat you up like that. Come on, quit that.
Eat it up, Andrew! Come on, Andrew!
You punch like a girl.
You look like a girl.
Hit him once!
I think it looks better on me.
Yeah.
You're gonna let him say that to you?
You know, maybe it's the hair.
Round two.
Come on, Andrew! Come on, Andrew! Back.
Oh, you're all better than this.
Come on, Andrew!
Ready for this? Oh, you were ready. What's that?
Oh, Andrew, you're mad!
No, the locks had to go. They had to go.
Hey! Put up your sword! If this young gentleman has done offense, I take the fault on me. If you offend him, I for him defy you.
Why, sir, what are you?
One, sir, that Oris love dares do more than you.
Nay, have you been interceptor? Ah, I'm for you.
Come on, Toby, show him that fight.
Who got this, Toby?
Yes, no chance.
This is our man.
Tonio, I arrest thee in the city of Mount Orsino.
You mistake me, sir.
No, sir. No, John. I know your face well. Though now you have no sea cap on your head. Take him away. He knows I know it well.
I must obey. This comes with seeking you, but there is no remedy. I shall answer it. What will you do? Now necessity makes me ask you for my purse. It grieves me much more that what I cannot do for you than what befalls myself. You stand amazed, but be of comfort.
Come, sir, away.
I must entreat you some of that money.
What money, sir?
Will you deny me now? Is it possible my deserts do lack persuasion? Do not tempt my misery, lest me become so unsound a man as to upbraid the kindnesses I have done for you.
I know of none, nor I know you by voice or any feature.
Oh, heavens themselves!
Sir, I pray you, go.
Let me speak a moment. This young gentleman you see here I snatched one half out of the jaws of death, relieved him with such sanctity of love, and to his image, which methought did prove most venerable worth, did I devotion.
What's that to us? The time goes by. Away.
But oh, how vile and idle proves this, God! Thou hast, Sebastian, done good feature shame. In nature, there is no blemish but the mind, none can be called deformed but the unkind. Virtue is beauty, but the beauties evil are empty trunks overflourished by the devil.
The man goes mad. Take him away. Come, come, sir.
Lead me on.
Methinks his words do from such passion fly, that he believes himself. Oh, prove true, imagination, prove true, that I, dear brother, be now taken for you. He named me Sebastian, and for him I imitate. Oh, if it prove true, tempests are kind, and salt waves fresh in love.
Quite a dishonest poultry boy, and more of a coward than a ham.
A coward, a most devout coward, religious in it.
By God's eyelid, I'll after him again and beat him.
Do cuff him soundly, but do not draw thy sword.
Will you make me believe that I am not sent for you?
Go to, thou art a foolish fellow. Let me be clear of thee.
Well held out in faith. No, I do not know you, nor was I not sent to you by my lady to bid you come speak with her. Nor is your name not Master Cesario, nor this is not my nose, neither. Nothing that is so.
I prithee, vent thy folly somewhere else. Thou knowest not me.
Vent my folly? He has heard the word of some great man and now applies it to a fool. Vent my folly. I prithee, ungird thy strangeness and tell me what I shall vent to my lady. Shall I vent to her that thou art coming?
I prithee, foolish Greek, depart. Here's money for thee. Thou shalt tarry longer, I will give worse payment.
Now, sir, have I met you again? There's for thee. And
Yeah, how's that feel?
Let go of that hand. Come, sir. You two are well fleshed. Come on.
all right.
Hold, Toby! On thy life I charge thee hold! Will it be ever thus? Ungracious wretch! Fit for the mountains and the barbarous caves where manners ne'er were preached? Out of my sight! Be not offended, dear Cesario. I prithee, gentle friend, let thy fair wisdom, not thy passion sway in this uncivil and unjust extent against thy peace. Come with me to my house, and hear thou there how many fruitless pranks this ruffian hath botched up, that thou thereby mayst smile at this. Thou shalt not choose but to go. Do not deny.
What relish is in this? How runs the stream? Or am I mad, or else this a dream? Yet fancy still my sense and let thee steep. If it be thus a dream, still let me sleep.
They come, I prithee. Would thou be ruled by me?
Madam, I will.
Oh, say so, and so be. disappoint you. I was born for this moment!
God bless the Reverend Morte.
Buenos dias, good Mario. For, as the old hermit of Prague once said to the niece of King Gorbaduke,